Welcome to Westport United, your first game in goal tonight for the first team, and a dramatic win at the end after being pegged back twice from 1-0 up and 2-1 up. Probably not the greatest Westport United performance in the world, but 3 points in the bag. But how do you sum up your debut night for the Red and Black?
Look, it's nice to get a start and finally get going. It's been a long time coming. But at the end of the day, I said it beforehand, I'm happy. If we get 3 points, I'm happy. So that was done today. Yes, the performance wasn't as good as we hoped for, but we're honest with ourselves to say that our performance wasn't good enough. It's about us coming together now as a collective and as a group and reflecting on this before training again on Tuesday, seeing how we can improve and go again then next week. Got a big game against Ballyhane, and it's important that we improve from that performance, because that's not going to win every single game, not at all. So we've got to look forward now, look forward to our next game, which is Ballyhane, and try and improve on that performance and continue trying to get 3 points, because that's really important for us.
And when you look at the goals, Keane Halpin chipped in with 2 in the first half, but Adam Nugent with that winner at the end, coming off the bench.
I'm delighted for Nugent. I said it to him straight after. I'm so happy. He's had a tough few months now with the injury and getting into the team and everything, and I'm just so happy for him. It was, look, of course we got the win, and for him to do it as well, it was really, really good. In the most probably important time of the game, last few minutes, and again we got our 3 points, and that's the most important thing, and we're all happy about that.
And looking back at the game again, the subs were influential in the build up to that goal.
Yeah, look, football's not just about that starting 11. There's 18 men or 20 men in the squad or whatever it is for that reason, that they can come on and affect the game. And it's important, whoever it is, if you're starting, you're not starting, that if it is a thing you're not starting, you've got to keep your mind in the right place to try and affect the game. Adam done that. He prepared right, he had his mind right, so when he did come on, he affected the game really well, and he got us that goal. And that needs to be done from everyone, and myself included. We need to have the right mindset that we can affect the game if we don't start.
So, apart from the goals, talk us through this incident in the second half between Creevin O'Toole and Jimmy Cawley.
It must have been some words beforehand for Jimmy and Creevin, but look, I think Jimmy came out the right side of it anyways, and Creevin's alright as well, so I think everyone's alright.
But it certainly gave everyone a bit of a laugh.
I think so, Kenny. I think you were the fella laughing the most in the whole place. I think gave everyone a bit of a giggle. But look, it was important that it happened. Yes, it was a bit of a laugh, and we can laugh about it afterwards, but during the game it was important we got switched on straight away again, which we did, and again we got the ball down, got playing, got our goal, which is really, really important, and we just need to try and eliminate any little outside factors that may affect us negatively.
So Ballyhane, I know we're due to play them. We've got Manula, an outstanding game as well. I don't know when that's going to be fixed, to be honest. I haven't seen anything yet. But talking about Ballyhane, we lost to them in the league. It was actually our first league defeat, one of only 3 in the league. And the first goal they got that day, there was no official linesman on duty, and the ball went out over the line for a throw for us. That wasn't given. Ballyhane went on and scored. Do you think that'll add a bit of an edge to the next fixture?
Possibly, but no matter what happens, if there's lines people or no lines people, we've got to just go and play with what's in front of us. It's the same for them, it's the same for us. We've got to just go and play our own game. Yes, it's a big game. Every game is a big game in this league, especially the second half of the season. We have ambitions to go on now and win every single game. So we need to keep our focus with that. Yes, there will be that little bit of added motivation from the previous game, but we need to be able to self-motivate ourselves all the time for every single game, including these games, including the game at Ballyhane, including Manola, including every other fixture. We need to continue to self-motivate ourselves and try not to use external factors to try and motivate us.
And the prize, if we win all our games and if other results go away, is second place on the table, which wouldn't be bad considering the little blip we had.
Yeah, 100%. Look, realistically, that's our ambition now, to finish off the season winning every single game, get that second place. You'll turn around then and you'll say, look, that's not a bad season. Yes, you had that big blip in the middle, but again, that's in the past. We can't do anything about that, so we've got to look forward. And looking forward is by getting 3 points in every single one of our remaining games, and that's what we need to try and do.
And do you think that's achievable within this group?
100%. That's our ambition. We're not going to set goals and targets that we cannot achieve. That's a target and a goal that we can achieve and we will achieve. As long as we all stick together, we stay motivated, and we try and put in performances like we did against Ballina, and try and avoid and minimise the performances we had out here. Because if we perform really well and we do what we can do, we can beat anyone in the league. And it's important that we try and do that for every single game now for the remainder of the season.
And for your own position, I know it has a bit of competition with Gary, and I'm sure it'll actually make it healthy to see competition between two goalkeepers going hammer and tongs, looking to get that number 1 jersey on match day.
Yeah, of course. Look, me and Gary had a really, really good relationship from the Oscar trainer. And look, everyone says goalkeeping union. We have a really good relationship. We're a bit of a special breed. Like, we'll always try and take care of each other. Whether it's Gary playing, I'll try my best to try and help him and get him right in preparation for our match day. He's done the exact same for me today. Same with training during the week. We're always working with each other. We're always pushing each other. It's a healthy competition, which is really, really good. It's good for me. It's good for him. It's really good for the group. So that's just the most ideal situation, and that's what's happening, which is really good.
Thank you very much, and enjoy your time with the club.
Thank you very much.
We did it late, but dug a massive hole for ourselves with our performance for a fair chunk of the game. Would you agree with that?
I would. I think we really struggled tonight. I thought in possession of the ball, particularly first half, we were quite good. Our major problem was without the ball. We didn't work hard enough. We didn't want to be aggressive. We didn't want to close down. We didn't want to deny the opposition space. We made it very easy for the opposition to play, and fair play to the opposition. They took advantage of that. But we looked a very tired side again tonight, and it's getting a bit difficult to keep saying that, but we did. We looked really tired. They showed courage to come through in the end and get that win, but we're a much better side than that, and we know that. And we need to go away during the week, and we need to prepare properly for our games, and we need to keep building on it each week and not taking a little step back like we do every couple of weeks. We make progress and then we step back a little bit, and I felt tonight we stepped back a little bit again. We're much better than what we played tonight. But on the plus side, sometimes you must take these results, get out of difficult grounds like this and go back and prepare again.
Keenan Halpin's brace in the first half got us going, even though his first goal was cancelled out 5 minutes, but he's scored again a minute later after the first equaliser, and that had us getting through close to half time until Kiltimagh struck again.
Yep.
But the winning goal from Adam was Darren Brown was really like a dog on a bone, hounding down that ball.
Well, they're the big pluses. When you see Adam get back on the pitch in the last couple of weeks, it's been a massive plus for this group. We've really missed him. To see him come off the bench and himself and Darren Brown combine and get that winner, that's a great feeling for a lad that's worked as hard as he has in the last couple of months to have his surgery, get over his injury, do all the prep work that he did with Kieran to get back, and to see him finally get back on the pitch and score, which is everything to Adam, was fantastic. And Brownie was a big part of that, coming off the bench and digging in and showing the younger players what they need to do to get sometimes to get that scrappy goal and to finish it. But in the first half, the interplay between Jack and Keane was really, really good, and Keane took 2 really good finishes and put them away, and he's in good goal scoring form. But without the ball, the 2 boys have to learn the other side of the game and need to take up positions that make it difficult for the opposition, and they're making progress with that. But tonight at times we weren't effective in that area.
What about James Robertson's debutant goal for Westport United? Made a good save in the first minute or two, actually.
He did, and he's been very welcome to the group. He's had a big impact on the group. He's very good in that dressing room. I thought he played particularly well today. He wasn't at fault for either of those 2 goals. They were left very open. I thought in the second half, when he had to come and deal with the ball, and he dealt with it really, really effectively. He was really good at organising behind the back 4. So a welcome addition to the group, and great to see him on the pitch. And we've 2 outstanding keepers, and a club like us needs to have 2 keepers of that quality. And we're probably fortunate outside of that. We've got more keepers down the line with Micheál Gibbons and Paddy and stuff like that. So there's no harm in us building a really strong group of goalkeepers that will serve the club well.
And looking at goalkeepers and goal scorers aside, a bit of comedy gold really in the last 15 minutes of the game. Yeah. Creven O'Toole and Jimmy Colley. Describe that for me, please.
I'm not quite sure what happened, but they're all running into each other. I felt for Jimmy. I mean, he got taken out by Queeveen. There must be no pleasant feature at all, but totally accidental. And in fairness, he took it in good spirit and managed to get up and keep going.
And yours truly behind the camera just couldn't keep a serious face to it. I think I spent about 2 minutes laughing until I composed myself.
I don't think the referee shared your viewpoint on that, but he got over it and we moved on.
And next game's coming forward. We know we've got Ballyhane at home. Try and get one over them over that loss. And of course, we cannot forget about their first goal. That should have been a throw-in. That's still stuck in our minds. And of course, there's that outstanding game away to Manula. So hopefully...
that game for Manula might be next weekend if there's a little bit of common sense. I think a lot of clubs would like to get their games that they have in hand out of the way next weekend. The West Star Cup final will be on the Sunday. We're all quite happy to get out and get games out of the way and then go and watch that final and enjoy it. So I'm hoping there's a game next weekend. The Ballyhane one is a really difficult game for us. So it's one we're looking forward to. We owe them one. They have a great record against us in the last couple of years. I think they won a soft enough game against us after we played Celtic early in the season, and second place will be up the grabs in that game, and I think both clubs will be going for it. Okay,
going on a different angle, the under-17s did the double last night, which was great. Convincing 4-0 win against Loughborough. Loughborough pushed them all the race actually, and it was really late in the game when Westport finally pulled away.
Yeah, well, huge congratulations to the group. They've had a fantastic season. They should be very proud of their efforts. That was a difficult final to go and win that. Snugger were a decent side and had done well, and they've knocked out some top sides on their route to the final. But our lads showed great courage and great patience, and to win that game 4-0 was fantastic. And huge credit to John Hastings and his management team. They've worked incredibly hard with that group. And straight away, not only have they just finished the 70s, they're straight into the start with the 18s. And that's not an easy thing to do, but making great progress with that group of players.
And of course, the Asians kick off on Monday night. The Asian A's are away to Ballynat, and the B's are home to Ballyhoners. So that'll be 2 good games for each group.
2 difficult games. Tough place to go to Ballynat and win at any age group. And Ballyhoners have their own ambitions this year at that age level, so that'll be a really good game at home.
And speaking of Ballyhoners players, they had a player at right back for Kiltimagh tonight, David Owusu, and particularly in the first half, he really caught my eye.
He was excellent, wasn't he? Loads of pace, loads of work rate. He caused Mark all sorts of problems, which isn't an easy thing to do. Looks a very bright young player. I hadn't come across him in the past myself, but he had a really good first half. Tired a little bit in the second half, but in fairness to the knock players, they put in a huge effort, and it was only to be expected to tire at some point, and they nearly got the result they probably deserved in the end,
And the news that came in, not from the Telegraph, because we're gone well past the Telegraph stage, through the Comish app, that the development team won 3-2 tonight against 5B.
Fantastic, and I hear one Mr. PJ Calvi got a goal in that game, having a big influence in that group. I was at the game on Tuesday night. I thought they were absolutely brilliant against Castlebar Celtic B, who've been pretty much dominant at that level for the last couple of months. The effort they put in was brilliant. Their attitude is superb. They've added a couple of players like Rian tonight and PJ and stuff like that, and all they're missing is a little bit of experience, a little bit of support, and a result they very much deserve. Like
I rightly said in a social media post yesterday, that we should forget about the result. That was totally irrelevant. It's how the lads really did so well of being 2 divisions below and stacked for teenagers.
Oh, absolutely. And when you watch the likes of Jamie Staunton and Danny O'Hora and them play ball and see them enjoy it and see how hard they work, the amount of pleasure in it for everybody is fantastic. And I said it all season, it didn't matter about results. These group will continue to get better. And the results, if you look at the results over the last couple of months, they're being competitive against big sides like Bangor, Castlebar Celtic and teams like that, and again against the Fahy team that had turned them over quite easily early in the season. So look at the progress. Look at how these boys have progressed, and I think that'll filter down into the 18s and the 18s B, and we'll get all the benefits of that.
And speaking of that development team, many congratulations to Mark Quinn, who got ordained last Sunday. So he now can be formally called Father Mark Quinn.
Congratulations, Mark. That's another significant achievement for him, and he's a very important part of our club, and we're all proud of his achievement.
Indeed, and many thanks for talking to you once again. So I enjoyed the pleasure of your company, and I look forward to talking to you again.